investigation.
Tonight, the Count on 2 investigators are getting results. For nearly a year, a Mount Pleasant man, he had been dealing with a pesky problem, an orange Comcast cable which was running across his front yard.
Yeah, and after months of trying to get Comcast to remove that cable, he called the News 2 investigators. News 2 Sophia Arizosa finally gets that cable removed.
That's not life or death, but it's ugly.
Bill Cantrell recently listed his home in Mount Pleasant for sale. Despite his best efforts to maintain it in top shape for viewings, there's one problem he couldn't fix.
Potential buyers might drive over it and say, I wonder why this orange half-inch thick piece of cable is running through the yard. I don't know. Maybe something's wrong.
A Comcast cable draped across his front lawn.
So the house 2 doors down, their line failed 10 months ago, so they just ran a temporary line above ground, laying on the ground in my yard and in my neighbor's yard.
Cantrell called Comcast 5 times to report the cord.
And each time they act like I'm calling them with a new problem. They have no record or no record of me calling before about the same thing.
Sick of getting the runaround, Cantrell chose to cancel his service with Comcast in hopes of getting their attention.
They came out, Comcast or somebody came out and dug about a 3-foot hole in my yard and then put all the dirt back in, and that was it. They left. The cable's still exactly where it was before. I just don't understand.
I reached out to Comcast. The next day, a new cable was tied in and the temporary line was removed. If this story sounds familiar, it's because it is. 2 months ago, I got a similar call from a man in West Ashley frustrated about a cable he couldn't get rid of.
Within 2 hours of my call to Comcast, the company removed the cable. So this time I asked why this is happening. Alex Horwitz, the company's regional spokesman, says communication providers like Comcast need to obtain permits from local governments before they bury network. In a quote, he said in part, "Our goal is to have these lines addressed in under 30 days so as to minimize impact to the customer, but it unfortunately can sometimes take longer for us to secure approvals. We appreciate WCBD bringing this to our attention," end quote. As for Cantrell, he's happy to finally put the orange cord behind him.
And remember, if you have something you would like the investigators to look into, email us at theinvestigators@WCBD.com. Reporting in studio, Sophia Arizosa, Count on 2.